Today I want you to meet Wayne Neuharth, a recent addition to Epworth. Wayne and his wife, Joanne, grew up in the Dakotas, but have become Oklahoma residents for many years. Wayne has had an interesting career with two big companies, Woolworths and Walmart, and we want him to share some interesting stories about that today. Wayne, tell us where you were born and about your childhood.
In Eureka, South Dakota, there was a population of about 1,500 people. My folks were farmers. My dad farmed, my mom was a housewife. And there were us 4 kids, did some of the work in the house also.
And what did you do on that farm?
We raised produce, we raised all kinds of pigs, cows and stuff, and did a lot of butchering for dinner.
Tell us about your education.
I went to Aberdeen, South Dakota State College and got a major in economics, a minor in economics, and a major in business administration. And that was many years ago.
You met Joanne in college.
Yes.
Okay. And you worked during those college years as?
A delivery boy for dry cleaners and painting for a painter.
Okay.
He was a perfectionist.
How did you get involved in Woolworths?
We lived in Aberdeen, South Dakota, and they had an office my mom knew the store manager, and I went down there and trained for a week and went to Fort Dodge, Iowa, the next move. That's the end of it. The rest of the story, it's the way it sounds. We've lived in 13 places in 12 years, I think. It was amazing.
And then after those I had 10 years with Woolworths.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get involved with Walmart?
I had a brother living in Springfield, Missouri. Actually, he's coming here next week to visit. But anyhow, he worked in Springfield, Missouri, and we went down to Walmart in Bentonville, Arkansas. He said, I'll drive you down there and just go talk to him. And I did that, and 33 years later, I retired from him.
I understand that Sam Walton actually came to Poto, where you spent many years with Walmart.
20 years.
Tell us about that visit with Sam Walton.
Well, we always said if Mr. Sam's coming to the store, you need to communicate that to us. So I went to lunch, and the store assistant manager come back and says, hey, Wayne, he says, Mr. Sam's going to be at the airport in 10 minutes. You need to go pick him up. So I walked around, asked a couple people, and they said, no. And I, for some dumb reason, drove out there. And I saw his airplane sitting there. He came into the store, visited the store, and got back in his car. Or no, I took him back to the airport. He went home. Flew by himself.
You've always been interested in cars. What kind of a car did you take Sam Walton to the airport?
Beat up, nothing, Mercury Lynx. And he said to me, Wayne, he says, don't we pay you X number of dollars per year? I said, yeah. And he says, you ought to get a new car. And Mr. Sam always wanted us to play that pretty low, and I ended up buying a car. I had a fetish after that for cars.
You had lots of cars. Your wife tells me you change cars every other year.
Yep.
What was your favorite?
My SSR.
Okay.
It's a convertible pickup, and it was a lot of fun. And I only kept it 2 years and got another one.
You did a lot of fundraising in Poto,
yes,
Oklahoma, and I heard some stories about you dressing up. What did you dress up as?
I had a little tutu on one time, and I read bedtime stories to the associates, and I had a sleeper blanket on me that, fit like fleece top like that. And what else did I do? Oh, we had a fundraiser one time, so we challenged the city leaders to a game, Walmart against city leaders, and I wore a little skirt. I was a cheerleader, and I got down on the floor and I started walking around talking to people and stuff, and I realized that skirt was not appropriate to there. So I had to go change that, but they got a lot of big kick out of it.
I heard you also were Shirley Temple at one time.
Oh yes, yes I was.
You did a lot of things in Poto to raise money for any kind of an event, right?
A lot of them.
You did that a lot.
And we were always in the paper. You could open the paper. Walmart and Wayne were always in there, at least twice a month,
Yes.
giving money somewhere.
That's
raising money.
great. You have children?
Yes, one daughter, and she works right over here at this pharmacy, and that's it.
And any grandchildren?
2 grandchildren,
Yeah.
7 and 9.
I heard you were a workaholic. and
Pretty much
you
true. I
loved to do
didn't
all
have
that.
didn't have a lot of hobbies, and I enjoyed working, and would go down the store all the time and be there. I'd walk in on Sunday mornings. I usually wouldn't work on Sundays, but I'd come in and they say, "Oh, knew the day wasn't complete till you got here."
Yeah. While you're here, since you've been here at Epworth, I have heard stories about you in that poker group. Do you like poker?
Yes, I like to play cards.
Any other games that you're involved in?
Gardening, that's not a game, but
I understand.
there's board games like Quirkle and stuff like that that challenge you, and we play that quite often.
You love to take road trips, I hear.
Yes.
Do you have any plans for the future?
We might, not right now. We're going to get some more going, but after I retired 5 years ago, we went to Canada, we went to Hawaii, went to Caribbean, and I can't remember where else. So I'd like to get a couple more cruises in.
Yeah. What do you consider your greatest achievement in life?
Family, and as you know, I have a daughter, and then Joanne's my wife. We were born a few years ago, is what I'll say, and I did that well and supported them well. That's good.
Sounds like you've had a very successful life.
Yes.
Thank you, Wayne, for sharing your experiences with us today. Those 2 important companies, Woolworth and Walmart. You are a great addition to the Epworth community, and I want to thank you for sharing your life with us today.